you very much, Steve. Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game one of the best of three here between 11 Monkeys and Enigma Galaxy. T, what do you make of it all coming in here off the back of the draft?
I mean, Kuroki, he was so close to be able to complete the all-hero challenge.
We were all hoping for a Kuroki Dawn, but we're not going to get it. We're going to get something a bit more classic, a bit more familiar, the good old Kuroki Chen. Maybe if they have a good game one, he'll bring it out in game two.
I mean, that's probably why they pick it early, and Kuroki's like, all right, maybe if it's a good game, we'll sneak it in, but yeah, potentially after a game one victory. No, honestly, I like the Chen. I like the pivot here. You got the Monkey King into like a Phoenix lane. You bring this Chen factor, you'll be able to remove the Phoenix, you give him a good lane. Monkey Tusk looks good. On paper, I see why they didn't just throw the Dawn into that lane.
Let's have a look already. 11 Monkeys looking to get aggressive here off the back of a smoke, but at the same time, Enigma Galaxy mirroring the movement over on the other side of the map here.
This is like Enigma's been doing like every single game. It's this 5-man group up, look for the fight, just run into the jungle. Sometimes they go top, sometimes they go bot. It's not always that perfect pattern. So you see why 11 Monkeys, they themselves also did the same move. They're not parking themselves in the high ground waiting for them to come in. They're trying to, maybe find that one hero that doesn't come. But again, Enigma, they always move as this 5-man unit.
Absolutely. Yeah, something I feel that we've just been seeing from them a lot more this tour, Enigma Galaxy. Very much as a squad, getting some real nice sort of 5-man movements, going throughout sort of all stages of the game. They very much seem in sync with one another now as a team, Enigma Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that they love to join the fights early on, even when they're in Division 1. Like, if you look at the stats of Division 2 so far, sure, they've played less games than others, but they've got 88 assists on average, across their games on average.
That's pretty really, yeah, and that is the highest by like, quite a bit.
Yeah, like second place is like 69-70, right? So very much Enigma is a team that will happily break down the lanes a little bit earlier, look for that fight a little bit more. Sure, they've had a couple games which are these immense comebacks where they've been down quite a lot due to this playstyle, but it is quite fun to watch when you have so much aggression coming from a team. It's why they picked this Monkey King so much. This Miracle Monkey King, going for Echo Saber or Diffusal, Desolator, just going for the fight. It really is their playstyle right now.
I do like some of the picks from 11 Monkeys. I mean, nice to see that Stoikov bringing out the Invoker in the mid lane. Obviously having the confidence to do so. So I feel like this is a hero that, whilst it does have a lot of potential, a lot of teams don't tend to like to pick this one up in the mid.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a lost hero with the aggression of Storm Spirits in previous patches and the ability of being a little bit more aggressive, but we've seen the resurgence of at least Exhort Invoker recently. Yeah. Right now, Invoker is going Quaswex, but I think, the hero, it always goes in and out. Like, the hero hasn't really been changed too much, but it's just kind of like a flavor. Can your player really play it? But in this game, it's going to look really good. I think if you're playing against Enigma, this early tempo style team, Invoker should be a high stock hero. This Quaswex, the Tornado, the EMP, it completely removes the team's ability to take these early fights. So I think it's honestly more a pick for the team's playstyle that they're going against, rather than, okay, we need to play Invoker for our own strengths.
And do you still like 11 Monkeys' decision to go with the carry troll this game? Again, another sort of core hero that very much doesn't normally have a place in most of the games that we've seen, but 11 Monkeys feeling that it was definitely going to be the pick here against what Enigma Galaxy has showed. Yeah,
we were speaking about it during the draft. Like the carry troll, it feels more like a one-to-one matchup with the Monkey King, right? In the early fights, when Monkey tries to spring in, be super aggressive, these whirling axes will be able to prevent Monkey from getting the Jingu stacks. There might be that one play where it's like, oh, you didn't get Jingu, you can't heal up, you die. Later on into the game, the troll is a weaker hero just because it gets kited so easily from different heroes. Potentially that Dawnbreaker in the off lane, just jumping on top of the heroes, saving them. Troll might not have the damage, but I like the fact that 11 Monkeys, they are looking to take back the fight, right? They're not going to allow Enigma to run at them the entire time. They picked Invoker, they got a troll. Like, at 15-20 minutes, we're probably going to see some massive scraps from this.
I'd imagine so, right? Yeah, as you said, both teams, nobody's going to be avoiding the 5-mans. If anything starts to happen anywhere close to a tower, so you're going to see a lot of TPs coming in from both sides. Watching the mid lane at the moment. Great start for Stoikov. That's the lead here, 17 for 3 against the 14 for 2. Solid showing here on the first few waves as the Invoker.
Yeah, Sumail got a little bit aggressive and actually had to go behind tower and then loop back around. That gave Invoker a little bit of time.
Oh, this is a nice movement though from GH coming in from the high ground, catching him with the Yara. If they've got detection, they've got a sentry. So they can stay on top of Stoikov, though he's going to be out of the range of the sentry ward. No further way to track him down. Stoikov's is going to be able to get himself out.
is TPing back to the tower.
Oh, he wants to stick around. I mean, how's he doing for regen? Still got a Tango and a Fairy Fire, so it should be all right. Sumail, of course, at this stage, not quite having enough burst to threaten him under his own tower.
JG just coming back.
Well, yeah, well, he's going to look for round 2 here in the mid.
He knows there's no TP, so he could legit just dive this tower.
Oh, Arrow's gonna be up the mark though. Stoico, you know, this man, he is, yeah, he's a bit of a player. He's running right back at them. We'll see if this works out. I mean, he's living on the edge. I tell you what, I've been impressed with his lads Invoker already. You know, he came to play. He's got 2 heroes and he's handling them both in the mid.
Oh no.
He's still living on the edge, Stoico. Oh, no. He's a wild lad. I love it. It doesn't work out for him, and at the end of the day, Enigma Galaxy will be the ones with the smiles on their faces, but, I mean, he has no fear, T, this lad.
He just went in. He knows he had the 12 odd regen from having the quads, but yeah, unfortunate for him, he just get clipped by the arrow there. But yeah, I gotta respect the gusto there.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's not scared of anything, including things that he probably should be scared of, as indeed giving up the first blood there in the mid.
I think the main thing for him, he identified that Sumail had wasted his remnant, knowing that there wasn't a clean setup for the arrow, so it gave him more confidence to, you know, be up in the face of the 2 of them, and especially underneath his tower with the cause, with the aura. You know, I fully respect his, yeah, the amount of fight he's looking for. There may be a little bit of extension, but still. If he gets that level of confidence in laning phase, I want to see his confidence, you know, 20-30 minutes down the line. That's what I'm looking forward to. And so far, a very, you know, quiet laning phase. Everyone's just CSing. There's nothing too crazy happening.
Nothing to your pile.
It's top lane. It's a couple of times now. 11 monkeys. Both have been getting rather low. Miracle's also getting folks down over in the mid. Mary's coming up with a burn. Sumail's mad, and they've caught him in the cogs. He has the Fairy Fire, so he'll get away. Meanwhile, back up top, they were able to take Miracle down.
Yeah.
BNC. Let's be a little careful there, Kuro.
These 2 really slow tornadoes. Just, they're pretty cool though. I like the change though with this neutral creep, being able to for the Wild Wing to cast tornado but not stand still. So it means it just always runs around. It's a pretty cool change. We haven't seen it too much.
Oh, GH. He's in with the arrow. So everyone says it will turn with the spirits, but already the damage has come in from the right clicks. They take him down. BNC steps back up. He's got a snowball, and it's he's going to be making his own grave there. As there's going to be both heroes down on the top. Enigma Galaxy continuing to casually build up the advantage here, getting these kills on the lanes. In situations where 11 monkeys, they seem to just be overestimating their capabilities whilst they are as low HP as they have been on some of these heroes.
Yeah, they're always looking for that extra little bit of advantage, and it helps just because Enigma, mind control bottom, he grabbed a couple waves, was running around in circles. You saw him, now he connected both of them into the small camp. It allowed GH to make this moves on mid, to make the moves top.
Could be in trouble here, mind control. He's going to have to hammer if he can drag his way out of the cogs.
Oh no, the cogs now playing against him.
Indeed, now causing some issues for 11 monkeys themselves as they couldn't quite stay on top of him. Mind control able to break out of there with the hammer.
Yeah, just the elusiveness of this Dawnbreaker and having that, you know, the early boots going for the creep waves and doing these plays. I think we saw, I think it was Tundra? No, I can't remember a team. There was a team that did the most amazing laning phase the other day, and it was just non-stop pulling, playing in front of tower. Oh, it was Gaming Gladiators, that was it. And just their first 3 minutes of the lanes, it was so impeccable. It unlocked their supports to make all these plays. And we're kind of seeing like an element of that here, not to the same like level, but still the same concept where the offlaner just grabs the waves, plays on the neutral camp, you survive a quick gank, and then meanwhile your position 4 is tri-laning or making all these moves mid.
MC, he is an AFK, he's looking for a Solar Guardian opportunity. No, this is standard stuff here.
And he's not seeing it.
And now he's ready to go now. 2 heroes have come in range up top. He's able to come across, land onto the 2 of them. BNC taken out by the Astral Step of Sumail. This is what we're talking about here. Enigma Galaxy, they're more than happy to show up as a huge 4-man squad here and just outnumber 11 monkeys in their attempts to make moves as they pick themselves up 2 more kills, up 5-1 now. Also ready to go for more. Boundless Strike into the Remnant. Pick up a 3rd one out of this altercation top as Enigma Galaxy are very much, just keeping 11 monkeys under control. They're falling behind now in net worth Radiant. This is the Enigma Galaxy that we were seeing multiple times already here in this Division 2. They bring the fight early and they bring it in their numbers.
And it's scary. Positioning is so key. Like for Nigma's lineup, at any minute there's gonna be a monkey or voidspirit jumping your backlines, and on top of that, you then got the Hero of Chen keeping that hero alive, or the ultimate of Dawnbreaker again making them even tankier. And then at that point, you now suddenly got 4 heroes there. Later down the line, you're gonna have this Mirana ult with some evasion built into it, the invisibility, so you need detection. Just the speed in which Nigma can be together, can be super tanky in the first 15 minutes of this game. That will be the big disparity in 11 Monkeys lineup, where it looks like they can skirmish and can fight, but if there are only a couple heroes there or they're TPing in, it's too late. The damage is already done. So 11 Monkeys need to be careful that the speed in which Nigma can play right now does somewhat outpace them, because they're a little bit more dependent on farming that one item before they can really play.
Top Mary trying to get it on top of Miracle, but he's already out. And at the same time, down bottom, Sumail. He's just diving towers. He's able to get in and take down ZYZZ on his own with that TD rune.
Yeah, really nice read from Sumail. You see at this point in the game, the supports are just trying to catch up a little bit. Unlike Nigma, where they've been able to just passively farm on a Chen with the creeps or Mirana with the arrow, their supports have been more locked into enabling their cores. So at this point, you need to stoke up that XP. But no, Sumail instantly there, killing off the Phoenix, making the map feel even smaller. And just through these actions alone, that's where the net worth is being built, because of the supports aren't farming. Just look at the net worth disparity right now. The Chen, 2.2k, Mirana, 2.5 nearly.
I see Stoikov TP up to the top. Wants to join in the action. Trying to get the setup on Miracle, but he's already out to the side, away for the EMP. They'll try and lead him with War's Punch, but TPs are coming in. Now with the Solar Guardian, it's going to be 11 Monkeys that have to bail out of there. Mary caught in the ultimate, taken out here again. You know, if you try and poke at any member of Nigma Galaxy, they'll bring the whole crew round. You know, there's 5 heroes turning up at the top lane. You can't go for a fight here if you're 11 Monkeys, unless you're ready to deal with the fact that you're going to be dealing with a full 5-man.
Yeah, the fact that we got to see that one pick off where the Dawnbreaker came back in, turned it around, of course. 2 minutes have passed, the spell's back up again. If you're 11 Monkeys and you're looking for these fights, you have to fight in the windows where there isn't the Solar Guardian available. Because if it is, I don't think they have the damage right now to actually find a kill.
As we said from the draft, 11 Monkeys, they have the heroes to battle with.
In the middle.
And with the dive, he's going to be able to get himself out of the combo. Dodges the stimulate, turns with the cold snap. ZYZZ's in, but the Astral steps up and Sumail is away. Same time up top, balance strike for Miracle. I'll get in with the Pro's ring, and that's going to be Mary going down. BNC not quite able to pick him up with the snowball in time. They will try and turn towards Miracle. He gets the Wukong's command off, keeping his distance. He's caught in the root. He's trying to get the Jingu mastery built up, but he can't quite do so. So this time round, 11 Monkeys able to find the trade, take down Miracle.
And we got to see a glimpse into why the troll into Monkey King feels good, of course. The troll being on top of the Monkey King, Monkey couldn't get a clean set of Jingu stacks up. But instantly we pivot from top into straight away mid.
Sumail's ready to dive.
Using the catapult wave, just pressuring.
Want to be careful how close you get. Stoikov in particular, already rather low on the HP. See that replay once again. Back in the mid. I see Stoikov, he did want to get up towards the top and help out in that effort. Ended up, of course, not being needed to get the kill on Miracle. But perhaps, you know, Nigma Galaxy may have lost a couple more on that top fight if he was allowed to TP up there. So good cancel from GH.
I think one saving grace for 11 Monkeys will be this Invoker completing the vessel. He steals about 600 gold away, and he actually doesn't have any charges on his own. But if they're able to find that one kill, get some charges, complete the vessel, then they can easily smoke up as a team and find they have plenty of initiation with the Clockwork, counter fight with the Phoenix now that he is level 6. It's now about setting it up. I wouldn't be surprised if they look for a fight pre-vessel, get a charge, then look for that kind of big explosive fight to really try and wipe Nigma. But again, this is the point where you need to look for a fight for 11 Monkeys once this vessel is complete. Because if you don't utilize it, that's when Nigma will happily farm up and they'll fully mitigate this vessel even being picked up. Pretty important timing coming up for them.
As the moments pass, Nigma Galaxy continuing to be that bit more efficient with how much they're getting from the map. 5k lead now. Enigma Galaxy, and very well split up. Got Miracle having his eyes on BNC. Unlikely he can do anything on his own. Might have the opportunity of making a move if he wants to call upon Mind Control to join him. But he's playing it safe. Doesn't want to reveal his location. Smoke time from 11 Monkeys. Mary and Stoikov ready to go here with the two of them. Then, as you say, not quite having the Spirit Vessel done. But still looking to try and get those charges built up on the urn. Mary, her charges head first, but they'll spot him out. They were waiting underneath the cover of the Moonlight Shadow. They'll get the cogs down, but that final Astral Step burst will bring him out. Mary goes down. To the side, mind control, watching for opportunities to ult in when needed. We'll see who he wants to save. Kuro's getting gone upon, but with the micros holding back Palantimos. Same time, Sumail's already taken out ZYZ in, and now here comes the Solar Guardian play. Kuro pops the mech. Mind control comes across. He's able to give Kuro a little longer to live. Palantimos will get the auto. Kuro's still alive. He couldn't quite finish him off himself. And Palantimos, surrounded by Enigma Galaxy, means there's nowhere to run as his ult comes to an end. As again, just doing an excellent job of saving one another, Enigma Galaxy, making sure they lose nothing in these team fights.
Kuro's just so tanky with the early mech, the toughness aura, his divine favor. It's actually so hard to kill him.
Now they've got a snowball over towards Sumail, and he's pretty far away with the step. In fact, another charge and step back up in a second. He's thinking about going back in. Miracle's already watching things with the tree line, but he does get cut down. Push him off to the side, but still very hard for 11 Monkeys to really poke back at them. On this over to the side. In fact, Sumail, he's going straight for Stoikov. The EMP will force him to back off. Mary and BNC, they're just running Enigma Galaxy from the back lines, but it's just the two of them. They've got a snowball. They'll snowball themselves back up to the high ground and work the neutrals, but still, Mary, he'll go down, does die to the neutrals, so able to deny himself. Mind control pulls himself out of the fight with a hammer of barely any HP, but he will survive. As again, just nobody is dying on Enigma Galaxy. They know exactly how to push themselves to the limit.
Again, 11 Monkeys just don't really have the damage, and there was a perfect example where the Kuro had tried to wrap into the river to connect with his team. The troll, who just bumped into him, then tried to kill him off, but then Kuro, micro in the centaur, gets the stomp off, gets a little bit of walk away. The Tusk then tries to help out as well. He has a mech, he then pops his ultimate, the Solar Guardian on top. There's like 3 forms of heal keeping just Chen alive, but in doing so, it drawed out the fight so long that the troll, the biggest weakness of this hero, you pop ultimate, if you're not killing a hero, you're getting kited all the way back. You're just chasing, following a hero, and that's exactly what happened. He got chased into his own death. Honestly, it's really nice. Still hooked.
Can they combo down Sumail? They try and get the pushback with the cogs, Mary, but doesn't quite get far enough in position to get that pushback. Even then, likely that Sumail would have been able to get out. It's a hard hero to catch. They need multiple ready to lock him down. Ideally, even Palantimos on top of him to look for the root procs.
And don't forget, this all started, this chain of events, because GH and Sumail smoked up together, tanking that smoke, and then opening up the bigger fight.
Oh, BNC, that's going to be a free one for Miracle.
Yeah, nice little free.
Battle Fury done here, solid timing off the tread, Orb of Venom and Wand. They will look to go upon him. He's got the Moonlight Shadow, and he's also got Mind Control ready to head over to help out. Of course, once again, here come the mass TPs. You try and take a fight, they'll bring the whole gang here.
I can kill the egg too.
Easily, and they may even have a chance of getting Mary. He's got to be careful. They'll pop the cogs down, try and split with the micros there. They catch him in the stun. Mary goes down, triple kill for Miracle.
Don't forget, it's Miracle's birthday today, and that's why he's been allowed to buy Battle Fury. Unlike all the other games, he's gone Echo and Desolator. But jokes aside, this was a much better game to buy the Battle Fury, just to be able to keep up farm with this troll that could potentially counter him. And once again, we said it earlier, 11 Monkeys, if you're initiating on these heroes, you need to bring the numbers. If you don't bring, there's always going to be a Solar Guardian.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single time we're seeing Enigma Galaxy just outnumber them completely.
And in this part of the map too, I feel like if we synced up all of these...
Sumail did that fight like he didn't even have his hands on the keyboard.
He was flexing his muscles and controlling them somehow. I don't know how he did that one.
He's having a good time here. 7-0-4.
Силы света используют сканирование.
Okay, this is Mary as well now.
Oh, does get the hook shot out in time, but Sumail, he's got another step to go. In fact, he doesn't even need to use it. Remnant set up into the Dissimulate is enough to take down Mary. ZYZ lucky to live there. There he had enough burst damage to get through the Phoenix as well there, Sumail.
He had the step available. I was like, ooh, is he going to go high ground tier 3? But he kept himself calm. He didn't go too crazy.
I think he's feeling like one of those games where if he gets even one death on his case, he's not going to be happy. He's looking for a flawless game here, Sumail. He doesn't want to die.
Yeah, just the confidence he's playing with. Look at his build. Treads, Wand, E-Blade.
Hell yeah.
Every time he finds a hero, he E-Blades into Remnant, knowing that GH should follow up with an arrow, or there's going to be extra source of damage. Like, it is very much a assassin style of play, and It's paying off. They're 10k up, 18 minutes. 11 monkeys can't even enter any part of their jungle right now. They're just farming whatever creeps being sent to them.
Bounty.
And this is why Miracle in this game did go for the Fury. His team's already kind of locked down the game. He doesn't need to join the fights. And I feel like if he did go for that Echo Deso that we've seen in the previous 4 games that he's played this hero, it would have probably given windows in which 11 monkeys are. They're trying to fight. Let's go kill them all. So this is a nice insurance.
Sumail's in. Oh my goodness, the guy died. Just taken down immediately.
And then the egg
gone.
flew.
They'll turn towards the egg, they'll get it. So the hook shot to the side here as he tries to escape Mary, but he's straight over into the center of the fight. It's 4 dead on 11 monkeys. Palantimos, he'll get away.
Центральную башню сил света
Just the
атакуют.
speed in which Nigma go from farming the map to joining the fight. It is...
Yeah, they're in a
so
rush
scary.
today. They must have a dinner reservation or something.
Oh,
But yeah, they're like, well, we'll get this series out of the way as quick as we can.
No refunds on that one for sure. But like just we were watching Miracle bottom, you blink, and then seconds later, everyone's back mid. Like the call in which Miracle's are, I need to stop farming this camp. I need to start, jumping on the trees towards mid lane, knowing that we are setting up for this fight. It's just a balance between fighting and farming. Nigma in the last at least 2 series that they've played, it has been very fun to watch. And now straight to Roshan, just very methodical Dota. BKB soon complete a monkey. Sumail getting another kill.
He's had it, padding up his KDA here, Sumail. And he wants to get it as flashy looking as he can on that scoreboard. 11-0-6, already pretty good here for 19 minutes in. Actually, see, Miracle, the only one that's died so far on Enigma Galaxy.
I was just checking Sumail's stats. Yeah, this could potentially be his first flawless game for
in this
Elite.
DPC?
Yeah, because he's been 11-2, 10-4, 15-2, 16-1. And now that I say that aloud, that's disgustingly good.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably what you expected, right? When you were going to see Sumail in Div 2.
I mean, you'd hope so. Yeah. And don't forget, like, the 10-4 game, this was his Earth Spirit against a mid-Necroforce, where he wasn't even really playing the lane.
That was an interesting game as well, because that was off to a rough start, right? Yeah. I remember that game, Sumail was like sort of bottom 4 net worth. But it was a great game to watch, because he came in with some fantastic plays to obviously end up in the state that he did and get the win.
Yeah, I think the main thing is, as BNC, unfortunately, trying to, poke himself into the side lane to skip a wave. Does get instantly found. But for Sumail, it's very much like, I remember, I don't know which interview it was, but he was saying like he really wants to be a player that commands the game. He doesn't want to be this kind of farming style of waiting for others to set him up to then join, right? And you've seen it in all the games he's played, even when he was this like mid-alchemist.
Exactly, I was going to say, he picked an alchemist and you'd be like, well, gee, what about the alchemist game? If you watched that game, you would see that was probably the least passive mid-alchemist we've seen in a long time.
Like, he had plenty of stacks, but yeah, he's really in. And like, it's just so scary when you play against these mid laners that they farm one item or they have one like level timing and they're in your face the entire time. It's so hard to rebuttal that, and we're seeing it in perfect example here. Like 11 monkeys, their lanes are pretty decent, but their entry to the game, it wasn't as stable as Nigma. They weren't ready for these pickoffs. The speed in which Sumail killed top, TP bottom, killed bottom, unlocked the entire map, allowing them for the supports to farm behind. It just built such a net worth lead, and at this point, they don't really have much fight.
Sumail's in. Well, they have the supernova, and they have got the stun control. They've taken him down. They have brought down Sumail. And the rest of Enigma Galaxy, they'll have to back off for now. So, he won't be getting that flawless KDA for this game, T. He'll have to look to the next one for that one.
We had to do our absolute best to try and get, the caster curse. Game was a little bit one-sided, so we hyped him up for a good 2 minutes just to bring him back down. Not flexing anymore, are you, Sumail?
Hands back on the keyboard here.
Yeah, but either way, one aggressive death is kind of whatever for Nigma. They can brush that off. If it happens again and again and again, then maybe we can start changing that narrative. But oh god, he's got queuing up the Dagon.
Oh yeah, well, that's the build, right? Yeah. Eblade Dagon. That's the build of champions there for Void Spirits. Sumail's back up. I'll be ready to look to go again. Still got a couple of minutes left on Miracle's Aegis.
He's not going to stop, right? He's just going to keep doing the same thing he was doing previously. Like, one death isn't going to change, like I just mentioned. And Miracle, this entire time, he's just been springing around finding kills. He killed the Phoenix. Clock shows for a brief second. Already on top of him. Like, with an Aegis and a BKB, there is not really much that can kill off this this Monkey King, other than maybe some Troll plus Tusk double on top of him, punching him down, but still pretty skeptical on how efficient that'll be.
Mind Control getting some damage himself next, getting that Dessa online.
Нижнюю башню сил света
NC.
атакуют.
I was going to say, he's got to get out of there. Doesn't want to stick around after revealing himself. Yeah, Dagon now in the hands of Sumail.
Нижнюю башню сил света
Ready to get in with that heavy burst.
He has been missing that inksy winks a bit of
That's
damage.
true. A
Particular
few
hero,
times
right?
you've seen heroes getting down to what sort of 10%.
Oh, this is, it's the casual Dagon. You don't see this often. It's the casual level 1 Dagon with the E-Blade for the burst damage and then pivot back to normal. Look, here it is in effect.
Sumail. He's caught by the Colts now. He's going to pop to Simulate. Nice to get out of there. Solar Guardian isn't going to catch anyone this time. Mind Control's sort of caught out in the shards. Be able to pull himself out with the hammer.
Yeah, luckily for the Clock there, another hero was able to come in and tank up some of these spells. Sumail really wanted to show his teammates what he had just purchased. However, Monkey spoiling the fun a little bit. Still not very close for BKB for Troll Warlord. I was going to say maybe for 11 Monkeys there would be some timing where Troll with a BKB as Aegis expires.
I love a smoke. I like a good smoke when you're behind. You know, these are the risky plays.
Aegis just expired, so they see Miracle bottom. A very brief window in which they can kill him, and Miracle has been playing super aggressive.
Oh, that was that dive there for ZYZZ. Absolutely bang on target there.
Oh.
ZYZZ on the Phoenix. What a beautiful initiation from him.
The respect as well. Miracle quick with the tip as well.
Sir. Lovely little bit of Phoenix play there, catching Miracle. What a surprise.
They had only one brief moment before Nigma grouped back up with that Aegis expiring.
It was textbook, yeah. Smoke after the Aegis is gone and find the carry, kill him off as crisply and smoothly as they did there. Very, very, very nice stuff here from 11 Monkeys. You're currently down 17k, but still managing to find opportunities. Palantimos is out though. One step up, Sumail's able to find him in the burst. Mary also going down. Got to back up with the rest of the three of them. Maybe getting a little ahead of themselves there. Palantimos charging up into the triangle, but of course Enigma Galaxy, whilst they might not have Miracle, they've very much still got a hell of a lot of firepower between the four of them.
Yeah, unfortunately for this Troll, still not with the BKB. Like you mentioned, he's kind of running into territory that they haven't controlled for the last 4 or 5 minutes. And even with Monkey King dead, there's still like a 4k lead for Nigma if you remove the 15k gold off the Monkey King. So still pretty healthy on the side of Nigma that they can fight 4v5, especially if they have the vision and positioning.
Stoikov.
Miracle does have a gem.
He does indeed. It's a good call on the TP out there, Stoikov. No more stuns to play with for Miracle, so he's out safely. Sumail. A nice dodge there from BNC, also able to make sure he only snowballs over to the creeps, so he's able to back off, doesn't get himself pulled in too deep. I mean, overall as well, how would you rate 11 Monkeys' ability to high ground defense against the amount of push that the Enigma Galaxy do or don't have when you look at the heroes in this game? I
think it's incredibly difficult once like the Chen gets the correct creeps, be it with the Golem for some tankiness, and you get the Monkey King with the Wukongs out. If you ever prevent Wukongs coming out, then the Phoenix, the Clockwork Flare, the Tusk, Shard, and Snowballs, like this chip and throw on the creeps will scare Nigma from ever going up.
Another little smoke here from 11 Monkeys. Last time round, it went rather well.
But they have no vision, so this is very much a blind smoke, and they need to kill off this creep wave. It's a little bit obvious. That's why the Invoker is still showing, and he's going to be pushing it out.
And you can see Miracle sort of learning from his past experience down in that bottom lane. He's kind of staying away from that. Doesn't want to push his luck going for the next wave quite yet.
The key thing here is this mid wave is also being pushed out to some degree, and top wave is about to come in, so there's going to be a very brief...
over, actually, Miracle.
Oh, there's a scan though. They scanned it. Nice.
Yeah, Palantimos is going to straight show himself. Might be a bit of a bait. See if they can get a reaction out of this.
It feels like they are. He's going in.
He's tempted.
Oh, he really wants it.
He's going in, but again! I mean, once again, they're coming in with the Stun of Guardian, but Miracle, he's been taken out! The stun is going to go off. They're out to mind control. Palantimos is straight on top of it. Mind Drop will get off the Star Breaker. We'll see off the back line. Sumail jumps in, takes down BNC. Also able to remove Stoikov from the fight. GH is going to offer the TP out. Mary also finished off by Sumail. Palantimos does end up getting mind control. ZYZ is going to look for the TP out, and he will make it away. The question is if Palantimos is going to have any route back to safety here. As Enigma Galaxy will look to chase him down. He has got a TP. We can get far enough away and go for the TP. Yeah, he's going to be fine. And it was a 2 for 3. Enigma Galaxy getting the more kills out of it. Of course, BNC with that buyback did go down at the start of it all. But not a bad hit from a team that's 22k down. And once again, these dive plays from ZYZZ, it's catching Miracle out. He's got to be careful in the trees.
ZYZZ Phoenix, like he's
holding on. He's keeping the game alive here for 11 monkeys.
I don't think I've ever seen a Phoenix player so perfectly cut down trees. And unfortunately, in the exact same scenario before, we've seen this exact same thing happen again.
Okay, Mary's going to go in. He's going to go in here with the cock pushback. And they have got the meatballs and the deafening blast. GH is going to fall pretty low. But Sumail, he'll jump forward, be able to take down BNC. He's looking to actually see if he can grab more out of this, but he won't quite get the remnant connection onto Stoker. But yeah, literally, they just the same game. Yeah, well, ZYZZ dives in, Supernovas, kills Miracle, and then Palantimos walks into the triangle and dies. And then once again, ZYZZ dives in, Supernovas, kills Miracle, and then Palantimos walks into. It's like Groundhog Day. If we see that, I was going to say, if we see it again, I'll be worried that we're kind of stuck here forever.
We're in an infinite. How do we get out of this loop, Owen? Oh, God. I'm kind of worried. Oh, I mean,
there's no way that happens again.
Oh, you say that.
I'm saying, I'm putting that, but there's no way it happens again. Miracle is not going to die to ZYZZ diving through the tree.
No, I think you're giving not enough credit to ZYZZ.
Do you think he's going to be on it?
How often have you seen a Phoenix like perfectly get, because like the dive, it's like where the Phoenix is. It's like there's like a loop, right? So inside you don't break the tree. It's only like where the Phoenix goes. So it kind of is a little bit of an art form cutting the correct trees, right?
It's lovely to see, yeah.
It's lovely to see, right?
As you said, you know, when you think of we need a stunner initiator, it's not normally the Phoenix, but ZYZZ's got it covered.
Got to update the tooltips, Valve. This Phoenix is, yeah. But now we go. Back in, finally they get to the high ground area. They're going to throw down the Wukongs with the Chen creeps at some point and then try and siege it. But if they don't use Wukongs, that's where 11 monkeys, even when they're down 20k, they can throw out a shards, they can throw out a cogs on the high ground to push back the creeps.
Yeah, they can be annoying.
They can be very annoying.
Yeah, with the high ground holding. Of course, a fresh Aegis on Miracle. He'll be ready to try and push through this all. I'm actually going to see the jump over towards ZYZZ. You know, Sumail, he's identified who the target really is. Trying to get this Phoenix. Won't quite have enough burst for him. So ZYZZ will be able to reset and heal up. And this time around, Enigma Galaxy, they've got the space. They take out the tier 3 and they're onto the barracks.
They'll use the Aegis to take this first ranks and most likely then shift over to a secondary one. But just look how annoying it is. Like, even when they're ahead so far.
Right, they're on the hook shot. They're going to try and burst through in the once. That's Miracle. Still alive. In fact, he's going to get healed up here by the Solar Palantimos tries to get, but he popped the BKB, but he didn't quite get the ult off. As Palantimos dead for 80 seconds. They don't have buybacks. It is over. GG's called. Enigma Galaxy will indeed get this game won.
What a beautiful game from Enigma in regards to like their aggression, the speed in which they farmed, then joining together to fight. It is just beautiful Dota to watch. But 11 monkeys, you got to give them some credit. They were down by an immense